Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn.
What happened?
Huh? We're on
What?
there.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Who wants to see this?
I don't. Nobody.
Shit.
Nobody.
There's a dog here.
Well,
There's
at least there's no little
Not yet.
poodle bombs.
Poodle bombs.
Well, you know what you should do?
Probably watch us every fucking Monday.
I'm your host, Gizz Lazlo.
I'm just Paul, and what are we gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Somebody has to
Just like, comment, share, and subscribe at podcast at Do Podcast.
Do podcast, and
on
also
YouTube.
it's Gizz's feet on OnlyFans.
You don't want to see my feet.
Fuck no, I don't.
Ugh.
You couldn't pay me to look at your feet.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, how much money you got?
Not that
much.
much.
Not as bad as Eric's feet. All right,
Let's get to
sponsors.
business. Let's get to our sponsors. Headline Records in Hollywood. Transplant.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Transplant Brewing in Palmdale. MEOWZ in Pasadena.
Go buy shit.
RIOT Manufacturing in Las Vegas.
Help 'em out.
The Licorice Pizza.
The
licorice-
licorice pizza.
the
No,
licorice
it's
pizza?
not the.
It's not? Oh, okay.
You are retarded all of a sudden, and
Oh,
I'm not
man.
losing that word, by the way.
It's been a long week.
No, it hasn't. What'd you do?
Licorice Pizza Records in our backyard. The Tattoo Room in Simi Valley. And
Daniel.
Almost Famous Magazine out of Texas.
Scotty.
The Hang.
The
It's a good
fucking
show.
hang,
It's a
man.
good show.
Awesome, dude.
And yeah.
And gives his beard.
Want to give me a little
Mm.
drinky poo for Joey?
Fucking shit.
You got one already? Oh,
Do you have any birds in there?
where?
Right here.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I got one right here. See? And here's one from England.
Uh-huh. All right, and
Wow.
uh-huh. Yeah, you gotta run me
That's
out.
good. That's good. That's good. Huh.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Well, no, Leo would not be proud of you right now.
Well, he's not here. Fuck
Well,
it.
he fucking should be sometime.
That's right.
Dr. Ramici, we fucking love you.
All right. To Joey.
Joey.
Ah.
Same amount of ounces as your IQ.
11.
Nope. 1 and 1 is 11.
That's good.
You feeling first? You're last.
Mm.
Turns out I was first.
Well, before we start with how our week went, I'm gonna get business out of the way. Every week we wish
Birthday
our
up.
friends happy birthday. First and foremost, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Kids,
Yesterday
it
was
awesome
your
as
birthday.
fuck, yeah.
51?
51.
51, man.
Awesome
a year
as
ago, we
shit.
went to
Transplants
Transplants
Brewing.
and saw the radioactive
Radioactive
chicken.
chicken
and
hates
you
us heads.
got hammered.
I did not get as hammered as you got it.
It was my birthday.
That was my birthday.
Oh,
I left you there and took your awesome woman home.
that was not then.
I'm just gonna say that that's when it was.
No, we went with Sean,
Uh-huh.
our old producer. We went to Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Remember, got all creepy with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
family across the
fucking
way?
window liquor.
Oh man, his helmet. Oh, jeez. So, all right. Anyway, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, bud.
Glad you made it another year, and
Maybe.
this is our second to last show
Yeah, I know.
of the season, and we got some good guests already lined up for next season.
Oh yeah.
But again, let's get back to some birthdays. Nat Dementia McDonald from Fake News out of Australia. He
Yeah.
used to be the drummer for Dementia 13, Screw Tape. And next up, I hope you're watching Danny Santos, old friend of mine. He's been an avid watcher of ours, friends with Joey
Oh, cool.
and Mike Clark and Ray Paimo and all those guys. Really dear friend of mine. I just want to wish you a happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, man.
He's our top fan.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I thought
Also,
it was Lucy.
tomorrow is one of your heroes, Mark Arnold.
Oh my
from
God.
MIA, Big
Come
Girl
on,
Car,
get
and
on the
Doughboys.
goddamn show, buddy.
He'll be on next season.
I know.
Another birthday that's coming up this week, Andrew Lang. He was the drummer for Cockney Rejects and
Yeah.
Leatherface. He passed away 3 years ago, but I was lucky enough to know him, and he was a great dude. Johnny Manic from Manic Skateboards
Yep.
and Johnny Manic and the Depressives. His birthday's this week. Michael Stanis. He's from Weekly
That's-
Carouse out of Voda, Germany.
Oh.
Toured with those guys. Got to sing with those guys on stage. Great guys.
Thanks.
Dear friend of mine. She's a drummer. She sang some backing vocals on the Foreclosure record.
Yep.
Heidi Nielsen, happy birthday. Her birthday's actually on Christmas.
No.
So,
Oh,
Hikaru Hanata, a friend of mine out of Germany, his birthday also this week. Mark Dmorsky, he's a guitar player for some legendary blues bands out of Detroit. Wow. He was also produced the Lazlo album 12 Ounce Inspiration. Played guitar a little bit on that. Happy birthday, brother. Josh Freese from Foo Fighters, Vandals, Nine Inch Nails, and 1,000 other bands. I think he's the only other drummer who's played in more bands than me.
He just leaves the Foo Fighters out and everything's great.
He was great for the Foo Fighters. Not as good as the original, but Daniel Laughing Bear from Zyklone B and many other metal bands, old friend of mine. Brian Jones from Seven Dirty Words and Toxic Energy. Josh Tussinger from Jerk, The Cursed Hearts, and Damned by the Night. And James Ames Flames, who is an old friend of mine, and he was like the road manager or something for Coheed and Cambria.
I see.
So, but
you forgot the big one,
huh?
You forgot the big one, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh, and also
my gardener was born on the 25th.
On the 20th was Peter Criss from Kiss, his birthday.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the career that I do.
Okay.
Wouldn't have become the person that I am. So thank you. So how was your week? How was your birthday? I didn't get to hang out with you.
Dude, my birthday was actually really awesome. We went to the Chowder Barge. If you don't know what the Chowder Barge is, it's in Wilmington between San Pedro and Long Beach, and they make chowder on a barge. It was a lot of fun. It was goofy. We didn't go overboard. We had a really good time. I got to spend the week with Tom Bone from Butt Trumpet and hang out with him as much as possible. And actually, I feel like I didn't get enough time with him, but we will because he's back on the 14th. And it turns out Gizz doesn't know how to play the triangle. It was a really good time. It was an interesting, fun, like really cool, like hang.
Good.
So I mean, I got sick as a dog, and Eric doesn't believe me, but I licked everything that Eric owns, so he's gonna get sick too. So yeah, it was a really fun week. It was a really good birthday week. How'd you do?
Don't remember.
Drinking?
Yeah, I was preparing my liver to hang out with you on your birthday. I was prepared to play a show. I was prepared to do so many things and did absolutely fuck all.
But well, that's pretty normal.
So, yeah.
But you're still really tired, right?
Yeah.
That's that brown gene.
Yeah. No, it's the Taurus in me.
Is it the Taurus?
I'm stubborn and lazy.
Uh-huh. You call it what you want to, but
I take care of a 90-year-old woman.
Well, yeah. Also, my birthday means that the days get longer.
Mm.
That's the day. That's the solstice every day here. Like it gets better from here on out, I think, for at least me.
Mm. Well, I doubt it.
Yeah, probably.
You're cursed just like Johnny.
Oh God, Johnny who?
Johnny poops like a champion. Cereal, one a day, and sponsor. The cramps go away is their motto. Yeah. And a good sponsor. We get a whole 0.000 cents, and
I think they charge us. I think we have to start sending checks to poop on
a stick.
Poop on a champion.
Poop on a champion. I want to poop on Rocky.
Is Jay still here? Or did he leave?
I don't see him in there. Where is he?
He quit. I don't
Already? Where was the line?
Yep, he's back.
What was the line?
Yeah.
All right. So today's guest, I met him back in 2011. Played some shows when I was drumming for the Freeze. Nothington was on our tour. They played a bunch of shows with us. And first night I saw them, I was just beyond impressed and just instantly fell in love with their songs and them as people.
Them is?
And, I don't remember who their bass player was at the time, but Jay and Chris, and then Eric was their drummer at the time. I think he just did that tour, but there's some stories.
We're gonna find out.
But it was a pleasure to watch him every night, and just an amazing guy. And that's why I wanted him on the show. And this is our last show with a guest. And
maybe
there
may be a surprise next week.
Next week we'll see.
Who farted? I heard that.
It was a dog, I bet. Uh-huh. But speaking of dogs, let's get Jay Northington.
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 Okay, Northington.
We'll get that story.
Okay.
Northington, huh?
Uh-huh. Not Southington.
No, Northington.
He's not racist, so he dropped the R.
Oh God. Not like you, buddy.
He was too rad for the R. So anyway,
No laughs. No laughs.
how you doing, Jay? Good to see you.
Good. I'm trying to unfuck this volume. All right, there it is. What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Just watching the Niners and the Colts.
Oh yeah, who's winning now?
The Niners are up, but like 31-17. But as a Niners fan, I'm kind of still pulling a little bit for the Colts. A 44-year-old quarterback.
Yeah. Wait, you're wearing a Dead Oakland shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh no shit.
So am
Not
I.
planned.
So am I.
No, you're not.
This is a dead man.
Your spelling is not good. Your spelling is great, but your spelling is not great. But we have.
It's all the way up.
Oh, it
We
is.
got new speakers in here, and I'm having.
We're doing
issues.
things with your head.
So let's get to it.
Let's go to it, man. What's the rundown? How'd you wind up where you are? On purpose?
In Huntington?
Well, no, I mean in life.
On purpose?
Start up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. By the time I had realized what I'd done, it was far too late.
Well, yeah.
You know, just here we are.
I mean, you're quite a bit younger than we are. You're like 32.
No, I just turned 45.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, 32. that tracks. All right.
So, I got to know you a little bit back in 2011 when we were on tour and talking and shit. But like, when did you get into punk rock? Like, what was that? Was there a defining moment, or?
I mean, it was actually a little. I would say it's a little bit later than most people. I mean, I was really into like thrash metal. Like that was my first love, really, and then kind of like discovered, your usual suspects, your Misfits, Dead Kennedys, Black Flag, that run down that, and then I don't know. I started playing guitar when I was real young, and I was really into metal, and I would have thought I would have ended up in a metal band, to be honest with you, but somehow I just ended up in a punk band. A bunch of
When
them.
did the metal start? Like, what was the first metal that dragged you in?
I mean, it was 1987, and And Justice for All had just came out, and I was 6 years old. So that was as strange as that is. I actually was one of those who backtracked to Master of Puppets and Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning. So yeah, that was my first big thing in a metal. But I don't know, I was really into like Sepultura and stuff as well. Actually, the Sepultura fan club when I was like 12.
No way.
Yeah, true story. I think it was me, my buddy who I moved out here with. Yeah, we were like the two kids in the Sepultura fan club. They would like mail us like an autographed. Probably Max Cavalera has an auto pin, I'm sure, because he has to sign so much shit back in the early 90s.
That's what we call Sepulveda Boulevard.
Sepulveda.
How do you say that again? I'm still learning how to say it.
Sepulveda.
Sepulveda.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'll say Sepulveda.
Yeah,
Sepulveda.
Sepulveda.
Southern California.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from Atlanta, or Marietta, Georgia. I lived there for 20 years, and then I moved to California in search of the punk rock dream when I was 20. And then I was in San Francisco for 25 years, and I just recently moved to California like 3 months ago.
Well, San Francisco is in California, just so we're clear.
Do what?
San Francisco is in California.
Yeah, well, it's a different state. It may as well be a different planet.
It should be.
Yeah, but so far so good in Southern California. People are a lot more relaxed and less techy.
man, yeah, I can do exactly 72 hours in San Francisco before I have to just ditch.
Yeah.
That's it. Finished. No way. It's a different mindset. It's a different bunch of people.
It is.
Same people.
Congratulations. So what was the first band you were in? Like in high school, grade school, where did that all kind of begin, like starting a band thing?
My first real band that ever played shows, this is kind of fucking funny. I just hung out with a guy. It was called Lancaster, and it was in Atlanta. It's like the most post-punk, like Quicksand meets Helmet meets like Mineral meets Appleseed Cast, all this shit with like really weird time signatures. And anyways, that the guy who played guitar on that is now the bass player for that band Yellow Card.
Oh,
cool. And I actually just saw him. They played down at Forum last weekend, I think it was. But we actually did the most generic fucking thing for two like Georgia kids. We went to the Rainbow. and we did a Rainbow and had pizza. I mean, it's one of those things. We were kids, and the Rainbow is like where Motley Crue hung out. So we still kind of make a joke about it and hang out there once every 10 years.
What did you think? There was a weird moment in like metal where there was like a lot of real like crazy musicianship where people were just trying to really push boundaries. It was like jazz almost, like people with the time signatures and all the crazy weirdness. What was that like to kind of be involved in like trying to figure that out?
I mean, it's I wouldn't say that we were reinventing the wheel in time signatures or anything, but I don't know. It was just making music that only we would like or only musicians would like, and you gotta have to figure that out and be like, wow, you're really good at technical playing and confusing people with this shit. If you ever want to put a message out, maybe 9/8.
Yeah. 7/5. I remember looking at some of that stuff going, what the fuck is going on? Why is somebody doing that?
Yeah, just cut it out, man. We know you're good. We know you're good at it. Yeah.
The weirdest thing.
He doesn't know what that means.
The weird thing about time signatures, I think, as a drummer, was when I joined the Freeze. Like a lot of their songs are in odd, like not even time signatures, but just parts. Like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
Just prime numbers.
Just like
weird. Who was the primary? Was it Dave? Or
DB?
Yeah.
DB was the lead guitar player on that tour.
But he was just on that tour, right?
What's that?
And then Cliff, I remember DB, Cliff, you.
Arvin was on bass, and then Dave Diamond.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Do you remember lighting that place on fire in Hamburg?
That was the last show, September 11th. It was September 11th.
I'll just throw that guy out there. No, I mean, like what you want to talk about, but that was. Do you remember the whole circumstance behind that?
Yeah, fucking Cliff he went outside and he was gone, and he comes back and then the Freeze are about to hit the stage, and he puts 2 boxes up.
It was the anniversary of 9/11,
and then he made some paper airplanes.
Oh my god!
And 2 of them, threw both of them at the box, and then lit them on fire. And it was 9/11.
Oh my god!
And
yeah, I remember like he asked me for the lighter, and I was like, I know what's happening. And he had actually taken. There's a hotel we were staying at, a hotel upstairs, and he had taken the bedrooms from those hotel rooms, covered them with like kerosene, and put them on the boxes. And yeah, it was a little too small to be having pyro. Luckily, the exits were, easily located. But yeah, that shit happened.
He became
yeah.
I mean, you were like 5 or 44, maybe. Like you were like my age, and I was like 32. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was a pretty heavy tour with just being maniacs.
I did not expect a lot of.
Since I talked to you when I moved down here, I've been thinking about having like flashbacks and be like, oh shit, that's when that happened. Or it was on tour with the Freeze. Like, dude, we caused some trouble. That's the only time I've ever been in the emergency room on tour was on that.
That's right.
Yeah, we were in Dresden and I dove into a creek and lacerated my foot. And then we had to sleep in that like squat. And I woke up the next morning, sitting up in a couch, and my foot was just, the shoe was wrenched. I had to go to the emergency room. And I still actually owe them like 85 euros for that. Still never paid. They never said anything else about it.
Getting better and better.
Dresden was a weird night because
what happened?
The Freeze had played a year before at that venue, and when the Freeze left, they got their envelope with their pay in it. And it was the headliners envelope. So there was,
I remember that.
There was a lot of money that was paid out to the Freeze that didn't belong to them. And they never answered the phone or anything. So a year later we play. And at the end of the night, I went upstairs to get our pay. And like, well, you got paid this amount of money, but you owe us this amount of money. So you're paying for playing for free tonight.
Little Blues Brothers moment.
And I got upset because I was like, I wasn't in the band last year, so I still want to get paid, and two of the other guys deserve to get paid. Let those other guys, be on the hook for that. And it wasn't working, and I flipped my shit, and I was outside with you guys, and I can't remember if it was you or Chris was like, dude, you need to settle down. Do you got like weed or anything? Like, you need to settle down. You need to settle down, because I wanted to kill somebody. And I go, I don't got any weed, but I got a bunch of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I broke out of mushrooms and
a big satchel of mushrooms. Yeah.
And I remember
in Germany.
I got him in Holland, but we were in Germany, and I ended up eating a handful. A couple of other guys did too. But your drummer at the time was Eric Caceres.
Yeah, I mean I'm trying to. I don't know who our bass player was.
I don't remember.
It was probably Ryan Donovan or Tony. I don't know. I wrote it down about a year ago. I was just thinking we've had 19 members, so I think Off With Our Heads has had more than us, but that's about it.
Did you guys play in Nuremberg with us?
Probably. I mean,
it was where the Nuremberg trials were held.
Yeah. And we played that with you guys. It's really creepy. And Nuremberg's where they have that McDonald's where it used to be like a Nazi, I don't know, like CIA shit, but you can still see the swastika. And then there's a McDonald's posted right. Either McDonald's or Burger King.
That night, Nothington went before us, had a great set, and then the Freeze headlined that night. And in the middle of the set, where the PA system was like in a little closet, and it started burning. Like there was smoke and flame. It was like, what the fuck, Jesus Christ! Which was a precursor to Hamburg.
Exorcism.
Yeah.
Oh, but like you guys made it a lot better for me.
Well, you caught me especially at the, I guess, very right time. That was a fun tour.
I'm guessing you was over right after that.
Well, I mean, I was surprised that everybody made it home alive from the tour, and I'm especially surprised that we're all still alive today.
Yeah.
That's
another great about that tour was we were in Berlin, and after the show we went to some bar, and I don't remember if you guys were there, but DB and I were in there, and DB was trying to pick up on some girl, which ended up being a lesbian, and then her lesbian partner came, and she was a lot bigger than DB and beat the shit out of DB inside the bar.
I think I do. I don't know that we were there, but I remember that.
Man.
Like I'm saying, it was a weird fucking tour.
Yeah, it was one for the books for sure. I think that might have been our first time over there. No, I think it was our second time. I don't know. I lost track. Like
What was
doing things
the
like
dirt?
this is fun.
Was
Make-
like,
Remember shit. So
what was the worst, most dirty, miserable tour you guys were on?
That one.
I mean, that one was up there. I think that might have been the tour where it was like you still had to take your shoes off in European airports and stuff like that. And we had done the last I think you guys were still on it. The last the 4 shows we did, there was it was all at squats. There's no time to stop but we could afford hotels, so we just weren't showering. And then we drive straight to the airport. And they said, take off your shoes. And there was like 4 of us standing there. And we were like, all right, you're lost. And we took off our shoes and about ran people out of the place. Like we smelled so bad.
So you had
it was like 5 dudes who hadn't showered in like a week and been playing shows and been sleeping in squats. Like, all right, we're heading home. But that's where I would say up there. I mean, we weren't necessarily slumming it, but it was dirty too. I mean, there's all kind of North American tours where whose turn is it to find a place to sleep?
Under the night.
Which I think is funny now because looking back, so many people put us up. Random people back then. When it was like, now I think about it, it's like if 5 guys I'd go see a band that I didn't know came up and were like, "Can you crash at your house?" And it was like my old 1-bedroom apartment. I'd be like, "Fuck no, man! There's no room." But how many times we did that all over the place just is astounding. So many random people.
This is a true story.
Yeah.
This is 1998. Dead Lazlo's place, my old band. We're on tour. We're in Louisiana, and we play at this bar. And after the show, the bartender asked us, "Hey, do you want to come back to my place and crash?" And we're like, "Yeah." She's like, "It'll save you guys money on hotels." Yeah, we know that. And she was, "All right, follow me home." So we go to her house. We walk inside in her nice house, and the babysitter pisses off, like, "All right, take it easy." And the chick goes into her bedroom, and she has a son about 6 years old, and she comes back out and she goes, "All right, guys, I'm gonna go on a date. Take care of my son. There's food in the fridge." Dude, 6 guys.
She's the
You do
smartest
not know
woman
who the
ever.
fuck we are. We're from LA.
Oh.
And you're gonna leave us here to babysit your son?
Where was it?
Huh?
What town was that?
It's in Louisiana, Metairie.
Oh, I know Metairie. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
everybody.
okay, yeah.
Dude, the first thing that little kid does as soon as mom walks out, turns around and hits Ike right in the balls.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh shit. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
That's a big set of balls, too.
But like 4 hours, she's gone. Comes back. Like, what? Who does that?
People in Metairie.
I mean, that's above and beyond stupid. But they're just shitty for your kid. She should have called child services. Like, look at what she just did. She handed the keys and her child to me. Wow. Yeah.
I sold the kid.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez.
we stayed with some kid in Connecticut one time. Like, it was I think it was the town middle of nowhere, and he lived like right next to the local cemetery. That had bodies in it from like the 1600s and shit. Like super creepy. And like his mom was like the curator. They're like the nicest, most down to earth people, and we were like betting, who's gonna sleep in the cemetery. And yeah, just the weirdest places that you crash. I almost miss it sometimes, and then I'm flying back to Georgia in a few days for the holiday. I already missed my bed, so but I don't know how to deal with being out for I think that might have been the tour that it wasn't that tour, like it was in there, but we did like 75 shows and 85 nights, and I think that tour was in that thing. That was brutal. I mean, I couldn't do that kind of shit anymore, but
Really?
another free trip back to Europe, I'd do it. I could go out for a month, I think, these days. But which to some people they think that's a long time. But a month to me is kind of like a short run.
Yeah.
The flight's not worth it.
Dude, I don't know. I'm 54 and I still love being on the road, and and playing every night. And
Yeah,
I don't know
it's been
drums.
years, but
Fuck yeah.
If you did that, you probably lose some weight.
You're gonna lose some weight in your mouth in a second.
I don't know if you noticed that Gizz and I get after each other. We have a lot
fucking
of fun.
slag.
I've got one for you a little bit later in the interview about you. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
We like to
we're
bust
gonna-
each other's balls.
That story is being saved for the
Yeah.
fucking interview because it involves you two.
You probably it did not involve a tier 1 or bridge troll over here either.
But you can still poop like a champion.
yeah.
Local cereal store.
There's no okay. Shut the fuck up.
Did you see what it is?
Yeah. Where did I don't even want to know where you got that.
We didn't.
We got it at the sex shop.
Oh my god.
Wow, I mean, in Germany?
East LA.
Oh, Germany, dude. Germans are weird people.
LA. Yeah, I'm still learning the neighborhoods down here.
Well, you got to go north a little bit. Yeah, we got way better food than Huntington Beach.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have way better food than most places in the fucking world. Like,
Goddamn.
I mean, and I'll go ahead and say it. I lived in San Francisco for 25 years, and it's just you're closer to Mexico. You can't go to Mexican here. It's just better. So, sorry, SF.
This is North Tijuana.
Yeah, it's just closer. It's a no-brainer. Of course, it's going to be better. But
The Mexican food in San Diego.
Yeah, there was a guy, old friend Nate. He lived in San Diego and he opened up a burrito shop. There's one in Hamburg and like Munich or Berlin. He opened 2 of them, but it's a burrito shop, and it's like the menu. He takes care of bands when they come through and stuff. And the menu's like Mission Burrito, now the SF, and there's like San Diego burrito, and it took off, or at least it was 5-6 years ago when we were there last. But it's like the only place you can get a real burrito in like Western Europe or Europe for that matter.
Yeah.
But what a sweet idea. Now he's over there and we're here.
Where's the worst Mexican food you've ever had?
Germany, hands down. I can remember it was in Munich, and it was on Tsunami Bomb Tour, and this was like 2005. And I think in the last 10-15 years, like hot sauce for one has caught on a little more over there. We were warned. They're like, just don't fuck with Mexican food. And I was outside, and it was burrito, and I was like, how bad could it be? And it was horrible, going down and coming out. It was a rough one. But yes, German burrito. That was an easy one for me.
I was in Kansas to pick up my dog D Boone, and we were just starving. I got on like a tear to get through there and back. Went to North Kansas and back in 4 days from LA, and my wife's starving. I'm like, I don't know what she's like. This is a Mexican restaurant. How can you fuck that up? Well, let me tell you, how you can fuck that up. She ordered a bean and cheese burrito. They dumped a fucking can of pinto beans on a tortilla, threw some cheese on it, and handed it to her. It's like, what the fuck is this shit?
That's so good. Oh man, that's Kansas, you said?
Yeah, I was in Kansas. I'm like, well, okay, no.
Well, and again, it comes back to region. I think. I mean, I wouldn't mess with a sushi restaurant in Kansas. It's a little too far away from the ocean.
That's like sushi in Reno.
Not even a stop station.
Anything in Reno.
Yeah, best gas station food in the whole world.
Reno's so close to hell you can see sparks.
Good call. That's a new one. I like that. The best gas station.
It takes you a minute, but that's a good one. Yeah.
What's your favorite city you ever landed in on a tour?
Ever landed?
Yeah, well, I mean, just you had the one show in that one place on a tour.
I mean, there's been a couple of fest shows in Gainesville, Florida. that were memorable. Most like my dad used to come drive down from Atlanta to see. He drove down a couple of times to see us in Gainesville, Florida, when we would play those fests. That was always fun. Cassiopeia, or however you say it in Berlin, I've had always very memorable shows there.
Which club?
Over in Moscow was one of the coolest things I will ever experience. You know, 500 speak English and we're singing every word.
That was in 2011, huh?
Yeah,
I know you guys.
We broke off and went over there for a few days and then came back.
I was pissed. You didn't.
Well, if you don't fuck, you can go places.
Well, I'm glad Cliff didn't go. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Cliff used to wander around. Didn't he have like a bottle of Ritalin like at all times? I mean, I remember. Yeah,
but he never took pills. He had to crush it up and snort it.
Yeah.
He's fucking feet. He's Cliff.
Dude. We played in Czech Republic and we lost him. And we were walking around fucking Prague, and
he got activated.
And dude, we could not find him. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here he comes. But his jacket is really like expanded, like he was fat. And like, what the fuck happened? He opens his jacket and he goes, "I went to the library and I stole all these books. Here's one for you. Here's one for you." But he was actually like, "I got this one for you because the title really spoke to me," and it said, "I'm getting it for Gizz," you know. Yeah. And he gave. I don't want this fucking book.
You're all going to jail. Dude. Thanks, Cliff.
He was quite the philosopher. Didn't he go? He went to like Boston College or something like that. He was pretty.
No, he has like an education.
Yeah.
He also likes to get hit by cars.
Did you hear about that?
No.
About a month ago, he was walking and a car fucking hit him.
Blast him.
Fucked himself up. Right? Yeah, he's okay now. But he's got like 6 screws in his hip and lost a couple teeth and ribs broken. Just
he's no spring chicken either. Because I remember he was the real old guy on that.
He's 64.
64, yeah.
164.
At least, dude. Like he started the Beatles.
He hung out with Jesus.
Showed his feet. I did not ever need to see those feet.
We my band Foreclosure played with them a couple months ago near here in Pasadena, and we interviewed Cliff and Bill.
I interviewed him. He has just talked over me the whole time.
And right before we started the interview, Cliff goes, "Hey, have you ever seen my feet?" And just took off his sock, took off his shoe.
I mean, that's
throws on the table and Bill closes like, "What the fuck? God damn it! Every fucking time, fucking Cliff." Oh my god, that interview got away.
Yeah, I was actually pretty sober for that one. There's a lot of sober for that one actually. Maybe.
Did you guys ever make it over to Serbia?
No, not with.
Yeah, nobody saw it. Apparently, this is like a month or two ago. I got a text from a weird number, and I was like, "What's up, man?" And I looked it up, Googled it. It was Novi Sad Serbia phone number, and it was this dude. It was the guy who ran sound for us 10 years ago. And he was just like, randomly texting me. He was like, "I'm hanging out at the skate park in Novi Sad. Wondering if this is still your number." I was like, "Yeah, dude. I ran sound for you guys like 10 years ago." And like, that's rad.
Hell yeah.
Place to go to, man. You can live like a king for cheap there. It's awesome too. But
after doing the metal thing, where did you go from there? Like, there was other bands between here and Nothington, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got into this. Is the guy Josh, the guy I was in a band with, dude. Yeah, he got me into like hot water music, Texas is the Reason, Sunny Day Real Estate, that kind of kick. More of what they used to call it back then, and everybody hated it. But that was just my introduction of basically trying to find something in any genre that I can get into. Where I started liking, all kinds of different punk, hardcore, whatever. And yeah, I don't know, all the new stuff that I've been working on. I don't even know what to categorize it as, really. I'm just kind of sitting here writing stuff with GarageBand and programming drums, just making demos and stuff, and whatever it feels like. I don't know what to call it. I mean, of course, it goes back to the whole, punk rock's not a style of music; it's a way of life. So,
right. Well, there's like between Lancaster and Nothington, were there other bands you're in?
yeah, I was in Aerial Mile with actually that Brett Priest, Ace Cowden that you sent the picture of Houseboy. That was the only other notable one. That was, and then Tsunami Bomb. I was in that band for a hot minute. That was like the first real touring I'd ever done, was with that band. So I went backwards on the whole touring. I went from being on a bus and getting per diems to not even being able to afford a trailer or a transmission. So I went the reverse direction, but whatever. I'm still here. You can tell the tale, shockingly.
Yeah, weirdly. Same here.
I'm still not dead yet. Ain't for lack of trying.
Yeah.
What inspired you for your sound with Nothington? Because, like I said, that first night that I saw you guys, dude, I was like a fan for life. Like your voice, it has a little bit of...
The voice thing came out of necessity, because I actually wanted the tour manager for Tsunami Bomb, Doug Elkins, was a Texan dude, and I was like, he'd played in sung in punk bands before, and I was like, man, you should do this. So I like scratch tracked some vocals of what I had written, and he was like, no, you're doing it, like you're singing this. Oh man, no. I always just wanted to be a guitar player and kind of like sit, I mean, it can be fun being a front man, whatever, but my initial goal was just to be like a guitar player in a band. And that's my skill set early on, was that. I could play technically better in my teenage years than I could now, but it's just different. Nerding out when you're in high school, just like playing every day for 10 hours.
Right.
You don't have to have that shit anymore.
Well, I mean, your guitar's pretty distinctive sound. Like, what's your rig? What do you play through?
What's a what?
What's your rig? What do you play through?
Oh, right now I've got, it's next to me. BHT Pitbull 50 watt. They're called RIOT now. It's basically modeled to sound like a Marshall JCM 800. EL 84s and AX7s and stuff. So it rips. And I got Les Paul standard. I got a 74 SG. I have my Ingrodi that the guy, it's a custom one that he made for me. It's a Les Paul. It's like a hybrid standard custom. And then I have a Ron Wood Telecaster that I Frankenstein. It sounds like a Les Paul. Looks like a Telecaster. So
I mean, they all sound different. Like, I play a really simple thing. So, but it's always interesting to hear where things, because you do have a very distinct sound, and it's like, I'm really interested in where to be.
Yeah, it's fun. That like 74 SG sounds exactly like what you think it sounds like. You crank it up, and you're like, "Yep, that's what that is." It's like total AC/DC tone immediately.
Oh yeah. Weirdly enough, I find SGs actually difficult to play through.
I don't really like playing through them. I only record with this one. I've never played it live.
Yeah,
I had one years ago that was an ESP Viper when they were handing those things out. And it was a good road guitar. It was one of the LTDs. So they used to just give those, and like they were great, just beaters. They stayed in tune, sounded decent. So
that's why I've always liked the Tele. Is it's heavy, it stays in tune. You can kind of slam it around and not give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I put up. There's two humbuckers in mine. So
I just one.
Yeah.
And where do you pull your vocal style from? You got that kind of gravel thing going on, a little Lucero going. Like, where's that guy? Is that just naturally where your voice goes to?
Strangely, yeah. I think so. I mean, years of punishing my throat, I'm sure, have contributed to that. But it's weird. It's kind of hard to sing quietly.
Yeah, right.
So,
I mean, you got some lungs.
it always, I'm kind of loud in general, but
Yeah.
you know, I've been doing some different kind of taking some different angles on vocal stylings and some of the new stuff I've been working on.
Yeah, you kind of new stuff, right?
Yeah. Finally, I figured out how to work recording stuff on a computer, and I started doing it, and it's been fun, and it's sounding really cool. It's been weird not having, because Chris Matulich and Nothington he started writing a lot later days, and anything that I wrote, it was nice to have somebody to bounce it off of. So I don't really have that right now. Everybody that down here, and I know people, it's just kind of like people are getting old and have priorities and jobs and kids, and I don't really have any of that, like jobs and kids and stuff.
Yeah, I know someone like that.
Yeah, wild stuff, huh? Well, you live on like the dark side of the moon, is what I'm told, compared to like Matt.
Wow, that was pretty racist.
Dude, see, okay, I'm just saying, I don't know what that even means, but like, shit, I meant like on the over the fucking mountains, like aren't you like northeast?
Over the mountains.
No, he literally. Here's the Tijuana Bridge.
I was trying to explain it. I couldn't remember the town when you told me the other day, and I was trying to like remember what it was and tell my lady. And what was it? What's the town you live in?
Fatland?
Sunland.
You're saying Fatland.
Sunland.
Sunland.
Tahunga.
See, I've spent some time down here, but I don't believe I've ever been to Sunland. So is it like northeast of LA?
No, it's actually west. It's like way northwest of LA, almost valley.
It's between like
Dumb and
Pasadena, where they have the Rose Parade every year, and Silmar, where Rodney King got.
I'm just trying to figure out, the freeways is kind of out the window, but that doesn't really matter that much anymore with GPS and stuff. But I'm trying to like the geolocation of certain towns. Like, I was shocked that it took me like over an hour to drive to Hollywood. You just kind of think, I lived in San Francisco for 25 years. Like, you were an idiot to have a car when you lived in the city. There's no place to put it, and after a while, you know the transit well. So
from HB, if you went 405 to the 605 north to the 210 and didn't get off for 45 minutes, you'd find where he lives.
Yeah, see that? Nope.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Nothing. Yeah, I actually worked yesterday, my first day on the job for the Grove, Anaheim. It was some children's show I did some stage work for. That was pretty cool. That's a good spot. I don't know if y'all have ever been to that place.
Oh, yeah.
The last two shows was like Bone Thugs and Harmony and Air Supply, which, holy shit, that go around.
What is Air Supply?
It was last Sunday because I saw it. What was the song that they did? I was trying to remember.
The air that you breathe and I love you, or some shit.
Some shit like that. Yeah. There's so many good money.
There's a band out of Vegas called Bear Supply.
Oh God.
Well, I can only imagine where that would go.
Frank and Dean's.
Oh God.
So you guys are northwest, but like south of San Francisco,
right off the 110. So we're northeast. Like LA is 2 minutes south of here right now. The downtown area.
Well, even growing up in Atlanta, moving out of the Bay Area, when somebody told me, I think I'd lived out there for maybe a year before I knew that LA was like 6 hours away. I assumed it was like a town over. You don't realize how big the state is. And yeah, it definitely is two totally different worlds, Northern and Southern California.
Oh yeah.
I mean, from LA to the Nevada border is 12 hours. From LA to the Oregon border is 12 hours.
12?
Yeah. And that's like driving like an asshole.
Well, and then Portland's another like 100.
Yeah,
I always
bro,
feel
those
like
are-
the last leg up getting from like San Francisco to Portland is just like hellaciously long.
the fastest I've ever done LA to Seattle is in 19 hours, and I was a fucking 20-year-old, nothing better to do but coffee and cigarettes.
Yeah, dude, that's moving.
Yeah, I was doing 90 of those.
That should be a 24-hour drive easy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shit.
So you guys actually wound up getting some airplay, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of weird where I'm at is like, I'm looking back and I'm realizing, and I'm like, I guess we did get some airplay.
Yeah. You're a son of anarchy.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We played the punk rock bowling. It was our first show in like over 5 years. And they ask us every year if we wanted to do it since we like split up or whatever right before COVID. And I say yes, and everybody else has something else to do. But this year, for some reason, everybody said yes. And everybody kept asking me during the show, like, well, what's next? There's got to be something next. And I'm like, honestly, everyone just said yes. And we got on an airplane and fly here and play a show. That's about it for now. I mean, there'll probably be another show at some point, but it was interesting to see that people still give a shit.
I mean, are you open to like different members come in, or are you just like really dedicated to like the originals?
Well, I mean, the original is only Chris and me. Yeah. There's been 19 other people. So I just don't really, it doesn't feel right to do it without Chris. You know, he sings some of the songs. He's been there since the beginning. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to call the new stuff or whatever. And I mean, I'm sure if I ever go out on the road again doing new stuff and it's not Nothington, I'm probably play some old Nothington tunes as well. Everybody can do that, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just I can't imagine finding a real like touring band anymore unless you can really pay somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I know a dumb shit drummer who would do it for free.
I would
Oh, really?
guitar and show you how to play drums. The first Nothington song I read was Going Home, and it caught me, man. It just was like, fuck, that's something. And it put me down that road. I was like, son of a bitch, you guys are fucking awesome. Like literally, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's an old favorite. That was actually about moving to California.
Yeah.
But
The first night I saw you guys at Soundcheck was A Mistake was the song you guys played. And I believe like 3 or 4 later, you guys were going to do Soundcheck. And I told Eric, hey man, let me Soundcheck. So I got to play that with you guys.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy. Eric Caceres, that's why I keep going back to that. I haven't talked to that guy probably since before. I think he moved to like Seattle or something.
The reason I remember Eric so well was that night in Dresden. We stayed in that squat fucking hostel place.
I think I know where this is going.
And I, took all those mushrooms. Eric had some with me, and it was a walk.
I know where this is going.
And there's this little bridge,
God,
and when we got on the bridge, everything intensified. And Eric was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So it took us a while just to get over the bridge or get him onto the bridge to get over it. Once we were off the bridge, I don't know if you remember, but there was like a few blocks that it was all abandoned buildings with plywood on the windows and the doors. And Eric kept walking to every door. Dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I think this is where we're staying. And I'm like, dude, it's fucking plywood. Come on.
And it wasn't too far off the mark from where we really were staying.
No. But we continued walking, and there was a point where I think I had to take a leak, and I'm taking a leak on a tree or a bush or whatever. And
so you call the cops now?
And Eric just kept walking, and I finished, and he had gotten way ahead of me, and I started walking, and then I see him talking, and he's shaking
nobody's hand,
and I walk over, and I'm like, you okay, Eric? And he goes, yeah, dude, he's just telling me how, there was a great show. I'm like, dude, you're shaking hands with the bush. Dude, come on. And he's like, really? Oh, dude. So we finally make it to the back of the SWAT hostel. And
Squad still.
when we're walking down the hallway to where our rooms are, the carpet and the walls, it's the the carpet's on the floor and the walls. And it's this design that when you're on mushrooms, it was just I was like, I can't handle this.
Oh
And
my
Eric
God.
couldn't handle it either. I walked into his room, he went in, and I was like, okay, he's someone else's problem now. I
Nope.
can go to bed and try to relax. And I go into my room thinking, okay, it's just gonna be painted walls. No, fucking carpet everywhere, man. I could not sleep that whole entire night. And I don't know if you remember, but the next day we were headed to the next town. We stopped at the gas station. It had a little market, and I walked in and I went to go get myself a Gatorade or something.
Yeah,
And
right.
I open up the
Refrigerator.
it's not even a refrigerator. It's just fucking ice. So
Cooler box.
and I just opened this glass door, and every time I blinked or closed my eyes, it was blue, not black. It was just blue, and I'm like, I just fucked myself up. I was like that for a couple months.
Really?
I came back, and, like, every time I blinked and closed my eyes, it was blue.
Yeah, if you shave your beard, it'll get better.
And that's where I think it was that night where he had that he was like out in the middle of the road by himself, and he had like a beer, and for no reason at all, it was like a really quiet night. He just throws it up in the air, and he goes, "Later, ladies," and it just smashes and like woke the neighborhood. It was the most awful, like, dude, why did you do later, ladies? I started he was turning on lights, like calling the cops, like quiet. Yeah, shaking hands with bushes and that was a good time.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
But that night in Dresden, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably would have gone to jail that night because I was mad.
Actually in jail right now.
I was mad. Man, I shouldn't have been.
I remember that place, man. Yeah, well, good shit.
What was your favorite food on tour? Anywhere, no matter what.
Man, that's tough. I don't know. I mean, the best lasagna I ever had was this old lady and that watched me eat it. Like band members that was opening his palm, and she was speaking English. She just sat there and watched me. And it was like amazing. I don't know, man. I really just remember the bad food.
Gizz is bad food.
Yeah, there's more bad food than good. I used to just be a vacuum cleaner for like 8 p.m. hot dogs or whatever, because back then, 69 cents.
Yeah. Not 69 bucks.
Yeah, now they're like $6.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a blood.
Shit.
So you're working on new material.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not necessarily Nothington, but you're working on new material, trying to figure out what to do. Is it like, throw me a goal. Like, where do you want to go with that?
I don't really know. Everything's so weird right now. Like, I just found out this dude I know is like making an AI band. Like going through the whole process. I don't know. We're all doomed, it seems. Yeah. So I'm not really thinking that too much into it. I'm just kind of doing whatever I want. And I've sent some of this stuff out to some, friends and stuff, and it's got a good response, but it's definitely different. But I don't know. Like I said, people are making AI bands. Like I don't have any grand dreams of making a ton of money on anything new I'm doing. So I'm going to do it at my own pace. But I don't know. That weirds me out, that whole AI band thing. We were warned, man. Skynet and shit.
Yeah.
We were warned.
I don't feel like we have a lot to worry about. Like, and you probably stand in the same place saying, like, I can hear who's playing guitar on what, who's playing drums on what. Like, you recognize some style. You can feel who's playing what on some shit. Like, I don't think AI is ever going to overcome that ability.
Yeah, but we're the only ones who really give a shit about that. Other people don't really care who was. they can't tell who was playing guitar, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Even you know, and I actually have never done this, but somebody's like had, you know, hit a roadblock in writing lyrics or something, and into Chat GPT, you know,
Yeah.
I'm writing. I've not done that. That's like the dark side. There you go. How's that?
Yeah, it is dark. Like I'll use chat for like contract stuff, you know, doing work. Like, okay, how do I word this in a legal way? Because I'm not a fucking lawyer, obviously. I don't even dress like a bum. I'm just like I don't know how that works, and so it does help out with stuff like that. But I would never, in a creative place, ask chat to like advise me on how to like write a riff or a lyric like that.
I mean, it's just crazy. I guess it's becoming kind of, you know, an accepted thing. And I don't know what I feel about that. So I'm just kind of doing my own thing. And when it comes out, whoever wants to play on it, come play on it. You know, I've written a bunch of songs that are just kind of sitting here. Some are done, some are not.
Me, he sucks.
Since we're on this subject, as of late, like I got 3 bands that I write for, and my main band, Foreclosure, like we have all these songs lately, and choruses, outros, pre-choruses, I'm great with, you know. Verses now are a challenge to me, and it's not lyrically, it's the melodies. It's the melodies to get you, because for some reason I think I've already, like, you know, for lack of a better term, I've already shot my wad writing, you know, the catchiest parts of the song. It's to get you to that point is where I'm struggling now.
I'm gonna ask,
like for you as a guitar player singer, I would think it might be easier.
Yeah,
I mean, I've almost always written choruses first and then gone back. It's just I don't know, make sure the hook's there.
Do you start in music or do you start in lyrics?
Usually, you know what? Sometimes it's about half and half. I'd say sometimes it's like a lyric will come into my head, and I already know. You know, I already know what key it's going to be, if it's going to be major, minor, as soon as the thing comes into my head. But sometimes the music will dictate the feeling of what the lyrics are going to say. Sometimes the other way around. Maybe a little bit more music than lyrics, but yeah.
It's an interesting, like everybody who does write anything, it's like, because I know a lot of people who write basically poetry, like Penny Rimbaud, and then follow that with music. And I know people who write music and then try to put lyrics to it. And then writing music and putting lyrics to it, I think, is the hardest thing you can do.
Like music first.
Yeah, like writing a whole like you know, verse, chorus, verse, bridge, verse, chorus, verse, and like adding lyrics to that, I think is much harder than just like coming up with a concept lyrically.
Yeah, I mean, I think the smarter way to do it is what you're saying. Come up with lyrically what you want first, but I think that probably makes a better song. But I
think it's more. I think it's the bigger honesty to like writing something down that means something to you, and then learning to, or not learning, but like creating that as a song to something that was like really honest out of your heart. Like then that's the hardest part of being a singer, is to really bare your soul like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it sucks. So sometimes when there were songs I didn't want to play, you know, live, like that were on a record that people wanted to hear, and it was just like too much at the time or something like that. But you know, get over it.
Yeah. But that's the hard part. That's the hardest fucking part, is like just deal with it and make it happen.
Yeah. Somebody else might take it a different way than you wrote it, but I don't know, that's always fun, getting somebody that interprets it different than what it actually meant.
Yeah. And that's always, I mean, as somebody who does write and you know, like whatever you're at, like people will like decipher what you meant for their life. And that's like, yeah, okay, great. That's congratulations. That means something to you, but that may not be what it means to me. And that's not why I put it to paper, you know?
Yeah. I mean, most people don't hear like a song about like you did this to me, you ruined my life. It's like they want to hear like I did this to me. Like make it relatable. Don't bitch about other people's shit. Make it true to yourself and admit that it was your fuck up kind of thing. I don't know. Ben Weasel said about that at one point, and I thought I didn't even like Screeching Weasel. I thought that was an interesting take on songwriting. That nobody wants to hear you bitch about somebody else.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like you're putting your emotions on paper for yourself, and it doesn't invade the space of the rest of the world. That's where it gets really weird, is to hear that. Like, but that means so much to me. Like, well, that's not my problem.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah. Well, shit, boys, I gotta run. I have to run.
Yeah.
Well, so we're getting to the end of the time, anyways. Merch. Where would we go for merch? How do we get money?
You know what? It would be Ryan Young from Off of the Head site. It's Anxious and Angry. Yeah, that's the only online store that I actually know of right now. I mean, every now and again, I'll see like Venmo me $10 or something. Chris will do it. But I think Anxious and Angry still has some stuff. And they have the capability to repress it. I don't know. I just we had like old merch for the Vegas show, and I actually repressed I spent a couple grand on repressing stuff, bringing back some old designs. So I think I guess some of the old designs are still up on Anxious and Angry.
All right.
There's that.
And then before we go, we got one last thing to do.
Yeah.
You guys played the Highland Park like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, the hi-hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the bomb pops. I remember that.
First of all, this has nothing to do with me.
It's all his fault, actually.
This has nothing to do with me.
Do you remember like giving somebody shit in that kind of like, this isn't a fucking punk show?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I don't think so. Was that
me.
you? Oh shit! Wow, that's weird. I never. Was I mean?
It was one other guy. You're like, God damn, what the fuck you guys do? It's not a fucking punk show. I'm like, well, it kind of is. I was so pissed.
I don't remember. That's funny. I'm not usually mean like that, but that's funny. Wow.
It was, I mean, in hindsight, it's fucking funny as hell because I was totally drunk and being a dick. But you're like,
duh.
Well, yeah.
I remember that show. They have they have bike pumps. Like the city puts them in like on the sidewalk. And I remember I walked outside and there was this guy. It was the most hipster thing I had ever seen. He was there like using the public bike pump, and he had something like funny written on his T-shirt from the thrift store. And he was playing a harpsichord. I was like, God. No way, man. Or an auto harp or whatever you call it, like I was like, this is next level.
The bomb pops opened that show for you guys.
Yeah, I remember that.
Uh-huh. Hey, you gave me shit, dick.
That sucks. I rarely hear this shit.
We're still friends. I'm good with it.
Fuck yeah.
But I feel like you owe me a T-shirt either way.
I got you better.
You guys on the freeze tour is like this.
What's your fact?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? You guys come down this way. I got some posters from Vegas that are slipstream for y'all, and I have T-shirts. I have a couple things left in that.
Well, we got to come by because we have a thing going where every guest that we have on the show signs a baseball for us.
Yeah, I like that.
Knock it off.
Punk Rock Saves
What
Lives.
is it? Yeah, is it Punk Rock Saves Lives?
Something like that. It's a charity that they're gonna auction off our.
Yeah. And we're gonna hit the Ruling Party. Ruling Party?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are down in Newport. Like, those guys are awesome as shit. Corey, love you guys. Hey, man, thanks for coming on. Don't be a dick
for
to your
sure.
audience.
Well,
You're such a.
Let's be in touch because I've only been down here 3 months, and I went to a place actually like close to Compton. It was a rehearsal studio, the other night with the old Nothington drummer just to mess around. And actually, it was a dude from Nothington drummer, a dude from Heart Sounds. If you remember that old band. But we were just messing around. It was like $20 an hour, and it was like, holy shit, sketch. But I man, not bad for $20 an hour.
You can't hear for nothing.
Stolen gear.
I thought
People are walking in, stealing gear as you're playing.
and then selling it back to you. I got 5,000.
Unplug that. Yeah.
All right, Jay. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, be in touch.
Yeah, but after the holidays, let's hook up and get together and let's do some music together, brother.
I'm down. I am down, man.
He almost plays drums, and I play a pretty good guitar.
Well, I need both of those like pretty badly. Actually,
He
so
plays a better meat whistle.
we'll chat.
Sex flute.
But all right, brother. Thank you so much. Get
Something, blah, blah, blah. You're just
go do what you got to do tonight, and we'll talk soon. All right, brother.
Thanks, Jay.
Later, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, bud. All right.
Episode 41.
Is that 82 now or 89? 714?
Something like that.
It's
1776.
Fibullarity.
So next week is our last show of the year for season 2 of.
You know what? You should fucking goddamn do.
Can't believe we did.
Do have a little bit of a fucking surprise actually happening.
Yeah. Nothing is in stone yet, but.
I'm stoned. No, you're stoned. I'm not stoned.
Huh?
What? Isn't it on there? It's not here, man.
But it's going to be pretty much like a rundown of what we've done, and we may go over baseballs and stuff like that, and just, I mean, thank you guys for, when you watch the show, if it's during the week, it's not actually live, but we have fun doing this. This is total DIY.
Yeah, we're not making
bullshit.
I mean, if there was money in this, we'd be trying harder.
It's like going to the same dive bar every week,
Oh no, it's like the same every day.
It's pretty dingy.
It also makes us really happy, to be honest.
It
Like
does.
I said, there's
our
been
therapy.
a lot of
very
times.
Therapeutic for you and I.
Yeah.
And
you need a lot of fucking
afterwards, we poop like champions.
Together. We got a double pot.
It's a duvet.
It's just a double pot. But yeah, there's a lot of days I don't want to do it, and I don't care. I fucking committed to this. I'm doing it, and we've done 2 years in a row now, and it is, you fucking, honest to God, you're still a douchebag, but I love you, and this has been really good for me.
And to me, to double down on what you just said, is what I kind of love about last year and this year is your birthday is always the last show before our finale. And again, I appreciate you. I appreciate seeing you just on Mondays.
Yeah,
and
that's the best part of the week.
It's
the only day.
We
should move in together. You love that.
Oh my God.
And then get swords.
No. I've been to jail.
Not like I have. I went to a condo jail.
I do appreciate you. I love you. Thank you
too,
for continuing to make this dream possible.
It's been a great couple of years. It really has.
I enjoy introducing you to my friends and
yeah, the birthday wishes I got this year were off the chart. I'm like, fuck. Everybody I'm looking like, Jesus Christ, all these fucking people are so important and so instrumental. I was like, shit, dude.
It's
amazing.
I love sharing every week with you and talking to
I like letting you live.
And I'm not even listening to you. But you know what you should do? Come back next week for our finale, our season finale. We have good things and bigger things happening next season.
Hammered.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Yeah, we are.
There's gonna be some blackouty. Somebody's gonna have to call a cab.
I brown out.
Well, yeah, look at you.
You white out.
You still can't swim. I'll sniff some white out. Anyways, you know what you should do?
Come back next Monday at 7 o'clock.
Fuck off with us. If you want to come by, fuck off with us.
Peace, cunt.